Now a 12 News exclusive on the run. We've discovered there are nearly 10,000 criminal cases where someone is wanted for arrest in Rhode Island.
The cases range from minor offenses like possession of marijuana to capital offenses like sexual assault and even murder. 12 News reporter Chelsea Jones obtained the data.
Chelsea brought that data to a woman whose son was murdered, and his alleged killer has been a fugitive from justice for years.
This is John Nunez. He's one of Rhode Island's most wanted. And according to the state's Violent Fugitive Task Force, he is wanted for the 2017 murder of 22-year-old Devin Burney. I sat down with his mom and a top prosecutor about where this case stands almost 5 years later.
First grade.
At the playground, a symbol of adolescence, sits a mourning mother, remembering the night she got a call from her son's girlfriend.
She called screaming hysterically in the phone and was saying that he had been shot.
Shondell Burney Speaks has been involved with criminal justice work for decades, talking to families in their darkest hours. Never did she think she'd have to deal with it twice over during her lifetime. Her brother murdered in 2003.
Someone opened fire into a crowd and he was shot and killed immediately.
So then 14 years later, you're reliving that similarly with your son.
With my son.
Her son, murdered in 2017. His killer, police say, is this man, John E. Nunez, a Rhode Island most wanted, still at large, and one of over 18,000 people in the state with open arrest warrants according to data from the Rhode Island courts.
Generally, there are a significant number of warrants outstanding within the court system.
Is that concerning at all?
Well, it's always of concern. They're not all equal, meaning there are some that are for substantive crimes and there are those that are for cost.
Stephen Danbrook is the chief of the criminal division with the Rhode Island Attorney General's office. He says there are several different designations when it comes to types of warrants. In the case of John Nunez, he has a nationwide warrant, so all 50 states are on the lookout for him.
If someone flees the jurisdiction of Rhode Island and goes to some other state, we rely on the assistance of the U.S. Marshals Service, who has a presence throughout the United States and in fact worldwide, to assist us in tracking down those individuals.
Target 12 has analyzed data which shows of the thousands of open warrants, some even date back to 1975. At least 485 are active capital offenses, and of those capital offenses, 5 are open warrants for murder. Of the 18,000 active arrest warrants in the state, many are for the same person. The data shows there are 9,900 active criminal cases where someone is wanted. Danbrook says under Rhode Island law, anyone charged with anything short of a capital offense is entitled to bail while awaiting trial.
And why that is important when we're discussing warrants is most of the defendants do get released on bail. And they commit to the court that they'll return on their designated court dates, but sometimes they don't.
The person that police later identified as the person who actually pulled the trigger is wanted on murder charges, but is nowhere to be found, has not been taken into custody. And for it to be 2022 and that be the case, how does that feel for you?
Again, there's a lot of injustice. It feels unfair.
Another man, John Manaya, was sentenced to 12 years, 9 to serve at the ACI for his role in Devin Burney's murder. He was initially charged as the trigger man, but further investigation proved Nunez was the one responsible. Knowing
that the person who actually pulled the trigger is out and living his life and able to speak to his mom and speak to his siblings and, you know, be free it's ridiculous to me.
Shondell tells me the trauma is still real for her, her daughter, and her entire family. But her advocacy continues. She's calling for stricter gun laws and tougher punishment for people who take part in a murder.
12 years for taking a life when people are doing 50 years and 100 years for selling drugs? Like, please tell me, where's the value in my black son's life?
Danbrook tells me the prosecutor in the case of Johnny Nunez is working every day with multiple agencies to find him. As for the Burney Speaks family, Shondell says the capture of her son's killer would go a long way for her family's healing. I'm Chelsea Jones, 12 News.
Chelsea, thank you. And if you have any information about the whereabouts of John Nunez, the Violent Fugitive Task Force is asking you to call the anonymous tip line. It's right there on your screen, 401-921-8131.
You can also email vftf@risp.gov.